Chicago, and we're live. And as Gina demonstrates proper social distancing, because you can hug a tree and you're still social distancing.
National Arbor Day.
Is it National Arbor Day, or is it just National Arbor Day?
I think it's National Arbor Day.
Okay, where'd we get these?
Not that kind of arbor.
Not an arbor. Oh, that is an arbor.
It is the day we talk about trees and planting them. So, we have lots to talk about, but as usual, we'll probably only have 5 to 8 minutes here.
Which will turn into 20 somehow.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is planting trees.
Not going to say who we are while we're waiting for people to get here?
Oh.
Sure.
We'll wait for people to arrive. People will get their ding notifications if you follow and like.
Ooh, I just got my ding notification.
And you too can be notified when Keeler Gardens goes live by following us and making sure you have notifications on for us. As a reminder, Keeler Gardens, we're here on the northwest side of Chicago, offering up to you a nature space that has so many different potential benefits for you and your family, especially at this time when we don't have a lot of social interaction and we're really trying to find ways to stay connected. I don't know what that was.
Okay.
As we always mention, on our website we have tons of studies that talk about why this connection is so valuable and all it can bring to you.
Science!
So we're going to continue to talk about different aspects of how we connect with nature here at Keeler Gardens. So, since it is National Arbor Day, we're going to talk about trees. Arbor Day is about trees.
Gotcha.
So, these trees all along the cycle that you can see, there are 4 visible now, and there is one.
Is there one invisible one?
Yes, because it's behind you.
Oh. Oh, that one too?
That one too.
I didn't know that came from.
No. We planted it
Oh,
about the same time. We planted
Gotcha.
all 5 of these trees. So not that one so much, but these guys, we got a special package from the Arbor Day Foundation.
See, that's why I think it's like
$10 donation.
Arbor Day Foundation, so then it would be the Arbor Day Day. Just there's logic. Never mind. Continue. So we got a special deal from the Arbor Day.
10 trees for $10.
10 trees for $10.
Now, when they come to you, these trees.
That's what it looks like right there in between those 2 blocks. See it?
What are you talking about?
The little toothpick.
No.
Okay.
They look more like a chopstick.
Okay.
The thickness of a chopstick, maybe a little thicker.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a taproot. If you don't know what a taproot is, it is how a tree roots and anchors. It's a very thick, solid root that goes straight down. And then
Pull a Rose of Sharon out of a yard and you'll see one.
It's similar to like a carrot.
Yes.
A carrot is like a taproot.
Yes.
Okay. But it anchors the tree, and all the roots stem from it, and they stem outwards, and et cetera, et cetera. That's part of the science of it. Okay. So.
Science!
We got these. They were like chopstick size, right? They were about the thickness of a pencil, maybe thicker, and they had that taproot. And each one had like a little colored paint on it, and we were given a key. If the paint color is purple, it's a lilac. If the paint color is red, it's a crabapple. If the paint color is blah, blah, blah.
And if I remember correctly, I asked what happens when they were all in the bag together and the paint colors on all of them.
Well, if you look, you'll see that these 2 trees are similar and the back 2 trees are similar. We went by the markings on the trees, and we thought that the 2 trees in the center were the same, and that this tree and that other tree were completely different. But it turns out they weren't what we thought they were.
So
This is what we ended up with.
Can we take a walk and you tell us what we have? So what's this first one?
This first one
With the beautiful
crab
apples on it.
Yeah, so the crab apples are from last year, and that is why this is considered a 4 season of interest. In the spring, and the deep winter and the spring, you have the crab apples. Then it opens up with its green, and it'll have blossoms, which smell wonderful. These are 2 different kinds. This one has one of them has a lighter bloom than the other one. I think that's darker pink, and this is lighter pink, but I can't remember.
For our live viewers, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us okay.
Okay. So in the spring it has the flowers, and then the flowers will fade, and shortly thereafter the crab apples will start to form. They're a wonderful food for your birds and such. So you'll notice some markings here. There was some damage. You'll notice some serious markings here. That is when it was a baby, like a year or 2 ago, when it was smaller. Our
scratching post.
It was a scratching post for the kitty cat, so we decided to give it a little protection,
which has been fine,
and it's been working very well. But
yes,
we do have to sort of keep these here because the cats really like to scratch at them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'll notice, it's got like a lean to it. We are trying to get that lean a little less prevalent. It's very stable. It's not going to fall over, but we want to keep it balanced.
And why is it leaning?
Because it's on the north side
Yeah,
of our house.
the sun is usually over there, so
it comes
it's
up way high,
trying
looking for the sun.
to look for the sun.
And so we prune it selectively on that side to keep that side reined
Lighter.
in. And it balances itself out, and it's very stable.
Great. What do we got next?
Next is a different crabapple. Notice the color of those leaves. They're okay. They maybe might supposed to be a little greener, not so yellow.
Like darker?
A
Oh,
little
got it.
darker. But if you look at these leaves, these are actually have like an olive brownish tone to them.
So
This
it's
is a
an
different.
olive tree.
Why do I even bother? It is a different kind of
Hey,
crabapple
Maggie.
tree. All right. Hey, Maggie. Thank God there's someone else here besides me and Ed. So, if you
Well, at least you
stand-
included me. I thought you were going to
If you
say.
do the view from over here, you'll notice that this one is also a little imbalanced because we tried to remove a branch that was making it lean over, just like this one, and
I'm
we're going to
gonna go over
balance
to
it
this
out
side.
again.
So that, whoops, I just ran into the tree.
So this side's a little, it's like leaning in that direction because of its neighbor here. So we're going to, direct it. We might prune that side a little bit. Once it flowers, we'll decide what we're going to do with it. All right?
Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle. Hello, Maggie. So this one also had a little, little damage that we were protecting.
Yeah, I'm too far away to see. What's this next one?
Okay, these two are pear trees.
Oh, it's...
Ornamental pear trees.
So do you want the partridge or the
They're
pear?
a pair of pear trees.
See, that's what I was going to do.
We do not have any partridges.
And if we had two partridges, we'd have
A
a pair of partridges in a pair of pear trees.
Wow, we are really veering way off.
I might be a little dehydrated.
Okay, so the reason I stress ornamental pear is because the pears on this tree are similar in size to the crabapples you saw elsewhere, and the cardinals do like that. So we do get some food source here for the animals.
Wow. I don't think it's coming through because it's kind of a cloudy day. I'm trying to see if you can see on the top the contrast against the greenhouse, but those are all flowers budding.
Yeah, it's
That's
beautiful. I mean,
awesome.
It looks like it's been snowed on. And last year the buds were all near the top, and this year we're seeing some down lower. We will take a
Wow,
picture.
it's taller than the house
Yeah,
now.
we'll take a picture from the inside.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to see the flowers.
Wow.
Okay. But yeah, come by, please. It is okay for you to walk down this strip. Just be careful if there are other guests. We want everyone to maintain their distance. So once again, if you look at the
Oh, I thought you were coming with me.
thickness of this trunk here.
Mm-hmm.
Look how thick this trunk is. You see
Now-
that? It's like this thick.
Now, there was one interesting fact that I feel like I should have known that I missed in science class. Trees grow out, not up. Right?
Well, they do both.
So if this is ground level here, next year is that going to be up here?
Oh no.
Right. I thought trees continue to grow, but the growth is really up top.
This doesn't grow upward. This will grow outward, and it pushes growth at the top to grow up.
Right, which makes sense when you talk about cutting when a tree's down counting the rings.
Right.
It makes
Goes
sense.
upward.
But
And
I always have this picture of the cartoons of you plant it and it just goes straight up in the air.
Those little chopsticks
Yeah.
that we got, gosh, those could have been as old as 5 years.
What?
From seed. 5 years it takes. It takes, 3 to 5 years to get like the size of a chopstick pencil.
You're wearing my hat, otherwise I'd turn the camera around to be like, what? You can describe the look on my face.
We did cross sections of a 3-year-old tree, a seedling. So the seed goes in the ground and it sends up a little shoot, and it lasts over the course of 3 years. And then if you slice it and you look at the rings, it's about this far in diameter. So it takes years.
Well, I guess if we have some stumps, I might try and take a picture and take a look at those stumps. If we can still see those rings, those inner rings are very, very close together.
Yeah. So these 4 trees are
10 years old.
No, maybe 12. I think it was 2008 we planted them.
Gotcha.
And they went from chopsticks, like little guys, like in 2 years to almost full-grown trees. And then they took on this shape, and then we had to start pruning them. All right. The one in the front we planted as it came in a pot. It was about this big. We'll go back this way now. This is a juniper.
Microphone's on this side. Oh, hey.
Our Facebook Live. Nice to see you. We're live at Keeler Gardens. This is a juniper, and I do have the cultivar name somewhere. I'm happy to provide that if anyone's interested. If you notice, it has this lovely, like, icy, bluey green kind of color, so it gives a different color green to the space. And we had our old trellis, not an arbor, against it, so hence it's a little unbalanced. So we're going to try to let it fill out, and then we'll prune it down and try to balance it out over the next.
Because remember, Keeler Gardens is also an experimental garden.
Everything we do here is an experiment. So this was an experiment, not a negative one. And we'll decide, for example, trees usually are single trunks, considered a tree. If you look here, you'll see that there are 2, 3. This might be considered a multi-stem. See how there's more than one? Paperbark maples, for example, are a multi-stem. Yep. Okay? So
maybe we'll do that. Oh, it's going to rain tomorrow. I was going to say maybe on our next tour we can highlight the trees that we have in the back.
Tomorrow. Yeah, a tree, what's in bloom trees.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll do that on Instagram. Remember, we have our Instagram feed, our sort of what's in bloom. So today we'll take some pictures of some trees, some budding, what's going on with our trees, anything that's interesting for our day. All right?
All right. So where can they find us?
We are on the north side of Chicago, north of Addison, on Keeler Avenue, hence Keeler Gardens.
Because we're so creative.
You can also find us here on Facebook as Keeler Gardens, on Instagram as Keeler Gardens. Our website is keelergardens.com. Our emails are Gina, Ed, at keelergardens.org. Okay? You can find
Twitter.
We're also on Twitter.
At Keeler Gardens. And you can find us on YouTube at blah, 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 because we don't have it at Keeler. Yeah. Yeah.
We're also on Grow It. If anyone wants to learn about Grow It, it's a social gardening app. It's really actually quite nice. We're happy to educate you on that. You may find us in the rocking chairs.
You can find us on Facebook and the rocking chairs.
Let's see. Another important thing about trees right now, we may find valuable is if your trees are not budding or leafing out yet, it's time to prune them. Now is a good time to prune. Not evergreens, I don't think. Not evergreens. This is not the right time to prune some evergreens. It's the right time to prune trees that aren't flowering. So like our flowering trees.
Keep talking. I just wanted to get the
we don't want to
kids
prune those
playing in the
because
garden.
we'll lose the flowers. But if we want to prune, like if we had something that we wanted to shape or prune, like our paperbark maple, for example, before it leaves out, now's the time to prune it.
Great.
So that's some information on trees. If you have more questions, important things about trees are, what kind of tree is it? When does it bloom? How do we prune it?
Root flares.
Root flares, how you mulch, how to plant around a tree, competition.
So if you want to learn any more of that, let us know and we can do a
lesson. Let us know and we'll talk more about trees.
Okay.
Thank you so much for visiting with us today. Don't forget to
let
us know if you want us to talk about anything.
Yep.
Share these videos, please. We're looking for more opportunities to build more programs virtually this way. And the more people that watch us, the more opportunities we have. We hopefully will be presenting through a series of things through the Get Growing Foundation, because they're going to try to sort of offer what the Chicago Flower Garden Show would have offered. So we'll have more educational stuff there. And does someone have a comment?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, Julie. One of our first volunteers is watching. Julie.
Julie! Oh, hi, Julie!
When can we plant a pussy willow tree?
Oh, that's a good question.
Welcome to Stump Gina.
Well, really now actually is a fine time. The question is, what are you looking to get from it? Are you just looking to get more pussy willows? That's what you want? Because then we'd want to focus on when it's going to bloom to discuss that.
So if you're okay with no blooms this year, but next year having blooms, then...
And I'd have to find out, specifically pussy willow trees, we'd have to find out which ones are good for our temperature, for our zone. Remember we talked about temperature in the past. So now is actually just a fine time to plant because the ground is moist, it will stay moist, it's raining, it's cool. It'll give the tree a chance to get acclimated, and with all the water hopefully we'll be having over the next week or two. It'll water it. You have to keep it watered if it gets warm. Now is a good time.
April showers bring May trees.
Oh, okay.
That didn't rhyme.
Now is a good time. And if you need help with that, you're close by, just let me know and we'll talk. Okay?
Okay.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Good. I'm glad we had a question. Yay!
She bought one yesterday, and it's indoors right now and wants to plant it outside.
If she could take a picture of the label and either put it in the comments or text us the picture of the label or email us, Gina@KeelerGardens.org.
Oh, last year, not yesterday. Sorry.
Last year. I'll look at the label, or if it's got any kind of, just any name, any description on it, I will look it up and I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
Wonderful. Yeah. I'll work with you on that. If you don't reach out to me, I'll put it in the comments.
Okay.
All right?
Yes.
Got it?
She said, okay, I might try. Eek!
Okay.
And thank you. All right, battery's dying, so we are good.
Share, like, let us know if you want programs. Let us know if you want to put up a prayer flag. Please, just stay.
Battery's dying.
Bye.
My finger's too cold to stop. Seriously. All right, what do I do? She said thank you. All right, let's try and close that. And now I'm finished.